afternoon, everybody. Phil Simons with Columbia Grain and your Friday afternoon weekly grain market recap. Well, this week was fairly muted, really in line with where we were last week as well. But we'll get into that in just a minute. We do want to take a look at some other aspects that were actually driving the markets around a little bit. This week was really kind of highlighted by the Black Sea Grain Initiative and the continuation of the new negotiations that are going to begin next week, as that overall agreement does expire on March 18th. So again, something to keep on the radar as we move forward into next week. The other aspect for next week that we really do want to highlight is that on Monday, all markets will be closed in observance of President's Day, and so we'll be back at it on Tuesday. So be sure to remember that we will not have any markets on Monday. The other thing to note for Friday here today is that every Friday the CFTC releases what's called the Commitment of Traders Report. And we have not seen the Commitment of Traders Report over the last few weeks, as there's been some reporting issues and some cyber attacks really implicating in terms of the accurate data that they've been given. Hopefully we'll be able to see the latest report next Friday on February 24th. So again, stay tuned for that. But really what I want to kind of focus in on today is I do want to share my screen with you again and get some exciting information out to you. If we navigate again to our favorite website, columbiagrain.com, we do want to highlight some changes that we're seeing on our website and with some information that we're getting out to you guys. Right in the header where we have our picture scroll, we do have the ability to view our cash bids at various locations. So I just want to walk through that and how this is working for us and how we are getting this information out to you to get that immediate gratification in terms of what our cash bids are. So if we do navigate to columbiagrain.com and we just click on the View Cash Bids button on the header there, it is going to take us to our cash bids page. It is going to be defaulted to our Washington, Idaho locations, but you can see that you can navigate to any of the facilities in North Dakota or Montana as well. But once we're here, we can select the location that we want to look at in terms of what we're paying at each location. Let's take, for example, if we were in North Dakota and we go to Jamestown. Once we click on Jamestown, we're going to be directed to our Jamestown facility. We're going to have a nice little picture there. We're going to have our contact information in terms of Ryan as a location manager, and also the Ben as the grain buyer, along with the phone number and then an email address as well. But more importantly, once we scroll down a little bit, we do have our cash bids, and in terms of different delivery months, what we're paying for our cash price, the basis that we're using, the futures that are represented in terms of what futures month that we're using, along with the futures change that we're seeing throughout the day. So you can see in Jamestown, we have bids for corn, soybeans, along with spring wheat. Now, it is really important to note here that on all websites, our website is no different, that all cash bids, they are subject to change without notice, and quotes do have a 15-minute delay, and to please call for confirming prices. But again, just information that we're able to get out to you now in a more direct manner in terms of that instant gratification, so that you can see where we're at each location. Again, same thing if you were to look at Chester, Montana, you can see that, up would pop a picture of our facility and then our contact information for this specific location, and then what we're paying for hardwood winter wheat, hardwood spring wheat in Durham along the same lines there. So again, just some great information that we're trying to get out to everybody in terms of what we're able to do for you. The other location that you can find this is the same thing over in the Producer Solutions tab. Once we navigate there, we also have not only our latest information that could be potentially driving the markets, but the same link that will be taking us to our cash bids page as well, which is conveniently located right at the top of the page. Along with this, we also have it in the green header as cash bids. So a couple of different ways that you can get there. The other exciting thing is that we have launched our Bushel app as well. So be sure to go to the App Store and download that. You can get all kinds of information in terms of what we're paying for cash prices, scale tickets, contracts, open storage, things like that. So it's just some great information as well. But really, let's go ahead and dive in to see what we did see on the week here in terms of the overall price action. Again, it was a pretty muted week this week. We can see that corn actually had a weekly change of 0, but the range we had was 13 cents. But today, when everything closed, The actual change was at a net zero. On soybeans, the weekly range was 36 cents. We did close the week with a 10-cent loss. In Kansas wheat, we did have a range of 31 cents, but when the dust settled here today, we actually did see a net loss of 3 cents. Next up in Chicago, we had a weekly range of 36 cents there, but we actually had a net loss of 22 cents. And same thing as with corn, we're kind of bookending this chart here. You can see that the weekly range was 17 cents, but the weekly change was nothing, was zero. So again, just trying to really highlight the importance of getting your open orders out there and working, especially as we move closer to more important reports that are going to be coming out at the end of March, which will be the planning intentions report. So again, be sure to get your open orders out there and working with your local Columbia grain merchandiser, and we'll get them out there working for you. Other than that, that's about it for today. Remember, Monday we will be closed with markets reopening up on Tuesday. So that's about it. So just remember that if you can drink it, don't trade it. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you on Tuesday.